Yo, what's up? This is my first tips and tricks video for Skyblock economy, and pretty much on this episode, or whatever you want to call it, I will go through how do you know what gives money and how do I start gaining money. So basically, a lot of Skyblock servers have a balance and economy based system. So perhaps if you look this, you can see I have a balance. So as ranks, I can rank up for money. So this just shows that /shop should be an option, of course. Some people have warp shop, but that doesn't matter. So how do you know what gives money? So at starting point, you start fresh, you have nothing. So farming would probably be the #1 thing. Studying this, knowing what gives money, usually makes you set up a plan for the future. So if I usually want to look at these four, just because those are the four you can make automatic at all servers. So just comparing cactus, for example, to sugarcane, 7 to 10. Cactus is very cheap to make an automatic farm, while sugarcane can be very hard since you need redstone involved. Same with pumpkin and melons. And if you know, a melon block produces about, I think it's 4 to 6 melons. So if you take the sell price times 4 to 6, that's 20 to 30 dollars. Comparing this to 7 per. Of course, melon farms are very expensive because they involve redstone. So some servers doesn't provide redstone for you, like you can't mine redstone, or buying redstone is very expensive. So starting off with manual farms is usually the way to go. So I would recommend for almost every server a huge sugarcane farm that you break yourself, because very often sand is very cheap. If I just go to this, 25 per. That's not a lot comparing to dirt. That's 200. So getting sand and water isn't a hard thing to do. So second thing is, you want to study the spawn shop, because maybe you feel, yeah, I want to get a spawner now. I'm ready to make some extra money. Studying the kinds of spawner that are available at the shop is pretty much the best thing. So knowing what gives what and how much they give. I would recommend checking out like different on the like Minecraft Wikipedia page. I don't know what it's called, but I'll link it in the description, of course. You can compare, you can see what mobs drops what. So from my experience, I'm pretty sure spider drops 1 to 3 strings. So that's an average of 2 string. And as you can see, spider is pretty much the like cheapest hostile mob spawner. So what I can do is compare the prices on mob drops. Seeing that string gives 20 each, and then spider eye is 20 each as well. Spider eye you get from killing the spider manually, so you need to kill it with a sword or fist or whatever. You can't have them fall damage and get spider eye. So let's take an example. Skeleton is usually one of the better ones. Seeing that it gives 5 each, and this gives 20 per string, that just shows that if skeleton spawner isn't cheaper than spider, spider is so much better. So as you can see, spider is 250k, but skeleton is 750k. So if you're watching and you're not really good at maths, this can be hard to understand, but spider, like the skeleton spawner has to be 3 times better than the spider. So since skeleton is 3 times more expensive, the drops that it drop needs to be 3 times better to be like just a better spawner. And usually I use a lot of notepads and calculators for when I freshly start a server, because knowing the prices is the key to like getting good at Skyblock multiplayer, because getting IS top is usually the ultimate goal, and to get IS top you need to have a lot of money. You can't just mine like ores and stuff to get IS top. You need to have money, and to get money you need to study the shop. I feel like I play on a server that doesn't have that many people, but it has like 20 to 30 online, and I feel like there's only maybe 2-3 people that are online that understands this kind of system. So pretty much 10% of the Skyblock people understand how to study the shop and get money. Some people just blindly go for the most expensive spawner because they think, yeah, because it's so expensive, it needs to be the best, right? Knowing that iron golem drops, I'm pretty sure it's 3 to 5 iron ingots. That's 4 in. That should be like 4 in average, right? So then going to iron, see that it sells for 30 each. That's 120 drop, and then it drops 1 poppy in average, and that's 45. So that's $165. And if you look at this spawner is 5 million. So in comparison to Spider, which we compared to Skeleton as well, Spider is 250k, this is 5 million. That's a 20 times different. So if you buy 20 Spider spawners, that's the equal amount of money that 1 IG cost. So that means IG must be 20 times better. 20, that's a lot. And living up to that, that's 120. And that was 165 in total. And then we have Spider. So 20 times better. If we take this string times 20, that's 400 compared to 165. Would you say that IGs are more worth it? Hell no, it isn't. Like, would you rather make $400 every now and then or $165? Of course you would like string, like spider spawners, but people don't study the shop enough. Like, just take 5-10 minutes studying these things, and you will notice that some farms you think are good, they just aren't good. Like Creeper, for example. What is it? 2 million. What do Creeper drops? They drop gunpowder. Only gunpowder. Gunpowder is 20 each. And I think the gunpowder drop is the same as string. So that makes no sense that you would buy a Creeper spawner, because Creeper spawners are almost 10 times more expensive. I think it was 8, right? Because it's 2 million. So it's 8 more expensive. 8 times more expensive than Spider. So that just shows that Spider is pretty much the best spawner to, even if it's the cheapest, it's the best. You can always compare this to the, of course, non-hostile mobs as well. Usually these farms are a bit harder to set up and they take more space, but you can do that as well. And that's pretty much it. I just wanna actually explain to people how the economy works on servers, because it seems like people have a hard time understanding the economy. Just because the IS top #1 is going for something doesn't mean he has the best kind of farm. Maybe he missed out on something on the shop. Maybe you found something he didn't, right? So studying the shop is my biggest tips for sure to all people that play Skyblock. Just knowing what's available to buy and whatever. So if you guys actually thought this was somewhat interesting or helpful, just comment and say something you need some explanation on. I'm not the best at Skyblock. I'm not saying that I'm smart or I'm better. I just have a small understanding on how to understand the economy on servers. And that's pretty much the tip I can give you guys. Studying the shop is pretty much the #1 thing you should be doing when you join in. And thank you guys for watching. Like, thumbs up if you actually thought it was helpful, and I really want you guys to comment if you thought this was like really bad and something I can improve on. Then just comment. I take criticism very good. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it somewhat. And I'll be doing more if it's actually like enjoyed by some people, or people think it's actually helpful. So see you guys.